Hey guys, in our last video we explored fields and groups and packages in logical data model. Today we'll continue with the hierarchies and behaviors. Okay, so when we enable this logical model or the business logic, we might have noticed these hierarchies. Few hierarchies were auto created. Okay, and we will also create few more on our own by looking at our data model. Okay, so if you look at our data model, we have this category product relationship, right? So for every category can have multiple products. Let me just quickly look into the data model. So we have this relationship. We have the supplier with product, which is already captured here by default, and we also had this category product captured, which I deleted it, so it was able to capture that as well, category to product. And there is one more thing we can do, office with employee. So let's go ahead and create these two hierarchies. Okay, so let me create one for category and product. So product, category. Okay, so this order should be this way, right? The higher tier followed by the lower tier. So category, under that we have many products, right? So this is how this order should be rearranged. Okay, so similarly I'll create one more hierarchy um, for office and employee. Okay, so employee, office. So office should be at the top, followed by employees. Okay, so this hierarchy, by looking at this symbol, right, we shouldn't confuse this with our drill down master dimension. Okay, so this is not going to create any drill down dimension by default. It's not like how we navigate drill down from year to month or quarter, month, week, so on, so right. So this hierarchy is totally different from the drill down dimension. This is like when we ask questions, or when we let chatbot or to generate its own suggestions, then it will use this information to create its own visuals. So it will understand, okay, category and product has gotten hierarchy. Okay, office and employee has gotten hierarchy. So based on that, it will come up with its own visuals. But it's not the drill down master dimension which we normally create. Okay, both are two different aspects. Okay, so now that we have these three hierarchies, let me go ahead and make some ask for some suggestions in the insight. Okay, so let's say I have this category and product. Okay, so let me go to my insight advisor. I see all the list of fields available. Instead of asking a question, I can also directly select a field. Okay, so let's say category name. So automatically, based on category name, insight advisor will create few visuals suggestions for me. Okay, this is just a simple list. I could see there are other more visuals being created. Category names, sales, distinct category. Okay, so this is one such visual. If you see, or category by sales is analyzed, but automatically under every category, products are captured as an hierarchy. You see, right? Category, under that, product. So this is the relationship we are talking about in hierarchy, not the drill down. Okay, so it was able to recognize category and it automatically pulled product name. Okay, similarly, I can select supplier. Supplier also we have given similar relationship, right? Hierarchy. So supplier should also be able to involve product. Okay, so we have this list of unique suppliers, sales based supplier, distinct supplier. Okay, and we have this chart, breakdown chart. Okay, so here also if you notice, the product and suppliers are clubbed together. Okay, so it was able to understand this hierarchy. Okay, so finally I'll go with employee. So we had this office and employee hierarchy. Let's see how it works. So getting a list of unique employees, count of employees, salary. So here you see it is salary, not the sales. So it was going with salary by employee. Okay. So if you see this chart, breakdown chart, see the employee name, office location. So it was able to identify relationship between this, right? So there is a relationship between office and employee. Okay. So now let's go back to our logical model. Now let's explore behaviors. Okay. So behavior is how you want the chatbot to treat the relationship between these dimension and facts. Say, let's say I have this employee metrics. Okay. So employee metrics is nothing but a separate. In our earlier video, we clubbed everything under master measure, and then later I have split that into two. So I have one more measure group called employee metrics as a separate group, which has got only this employee related metrics, the annual salary and the sales target. So this is my separate measure, and this is a measure. So behavior is normally to associate all these measures. So if you see here, this is a measure, this is a measure, and this is also a measure group. All three listed here are all uh, measure groups. Okay, so when we create a group, we define, right, what's the group type, whether it is a dimension or a measure or a calendar, right? So what we see here in behavior is all measure groups. This is a measure group, this is a measure, this is a measure. So what we are going to define in behavior is, so when I ask question, let's say salary, any questions on salary, so how this should behave, what other fields it should bring in, or what is allowed or what is not allowed, whether accept, preferred, or denying the relationship between this measure with other tables. Okay. So let's say if I ask a question on annual salary, I want only this employee table to be related to that. Okay. I don't want any other dimension to analyze my salary except this employee table. I want to restrict all other dimensions to see my employee salary. Okay. So in that case, I can simply select my employee metrics. We have these many types, right? Whether prefer or deny or default period or required selection. So I'll say deny relationship. I'll select all the groups where I want to deny this. So I'm going to deny any questions on salary for all these dimensions. Okay, delivery, office, employee, product, supplier, master calendar. Okay, so I have ignored every thing here except employee. Okay, so for this matrix, I'm created a deny relationship behavior. I'm going to deny all this following list of groups. Similarly, I can create one more prefer relationship. Now I see only employee because accept employee I have already denied all the other groups earlier. Okay, so I'm just saying prefer it with employee. Okay, so this is prefer relationship with employee. So now we have these two behaviors. Let's go back to the insight advisor and let's see how it works. Let me start by selecting annual salary. So I'm getting annual salary as a KPI. So I could see annual salary by employee, gender, by employee name and gender, annual salary by employee name, annual salary by employee name. So if you notice, right, all visuals, everything is created from the employee group. So whether it is the hire date or employee name or employee gender, whatever it is, right, everything comes from the employee group. So by default, it prefers relationship only with employee when I select annual salary. Okay, and that is how this behavior helps us. So it knows any value I select from employee metric should have prefer relationship only with this group. Okay, but this is applicable only when I select annual salary, okay, and when I look for the default suggestions. But if I specifically ask, okay, show me annual salary by category, now it will override my behavior. Okay, when I ask a specific question, it will override and it will show me results. Okay, I can ask for product level also. So we have one more metric, right, which is sales target, which also belongs to employee metrics. Okay, so I can ask, show me the sales target by product. So when we ask explicitly, it will form a relationship. Okay, it do work even though there is a behavior set. We can override it with explicit question. But unless you ask anything explicitly, if you select sales target and ask for default suggestions, it will consider only the employee table as per our definition. But if you force it, we can force it with the our custom query. Okay, so that is how behavior works. Hope we got some basic understanding about hierarchy and behavior. We will cover the calendar period in our next video. Please do let me know in the comment section for any clarification. Thanks for watching.